Give me the gore details.
You want the gory details?
All right, just give me the gory details.
And she will call you later with all the gory details.
You owe me nothing but the gory details.
Don't leave out nothing. We love gory detail here.
You know, I would love to sit and go over every gory detail with you, fat boy. And I want all the gory details.
I want all the gory details.
I want to hear all the gory details.
Here are the gory details, I guess.
Another gory details. Gory detail with which you speak.
The gory details. Recount all the gory details.
All the gory details.
All the gory details.
Hear the gory details.
Please leave out the gory details.
Oh, that must have been a pretty gory spectacle.
In gory detail.
Which is going to have a gory feel to it.
Last one's a little more gory.
With all the gory details.
No gory details.
Tell her all the gory details, you snake.
Spare me.
Spare me.
Spare myself, me ship, me crew.
No, spare me.
Not a lover's quarrel, pal. Spare me!
Spare me from what?
Of the gory details.
With gory stories.
It's not really scary, but gory.
Here's nature and all its gory.
Back in my gory days.
It's too gory.
It's pretty gory.
Gory.
The gory?
Gory. Gory.
Gory.
Gory. Gory.
And give me the details.
Give me the details.
Details.
And spare no detail.
I'll spare you the gory details.
I'll spare you the gory details.
You want the gory details? Yeah.
Oh boy. Feels good to be out of that coffin. Oh hey, that's me. Let's get gory. Hold on a second. There we go. Let's get gory. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys and ghouls, ghosts and goblins. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sean Gory, and I'll spare you the gory details. I'm dead excited to be here with you all this evening for our Werewolf Wednesday broadcast, where we're coming to you live from a little bit of Halo Infinite. We're doing some Forge here, or editing our own map, and we're recreating Nacht der Untoten from Call of Duty, World at War, and Black Ops 3. Specifically the zombies mode. The goal is to make two different versions of this map. One, where it's just infection, where you're trying not to be infected by your friends or other players. And then two, like a Call of Duty Zombies mode, where there are zombies chasing you, and they're all AI, and they're bots, and the number of them increases every round, and the amount of damage they take increases every round. That's going to be a really ambitious thing, but that's what the goal is here. Before we go any further, you might notice that above my head there's this giant blue donation bar and progress tracker, this little thing called Extra Life. For those of you who don't know, Extra Life is this absolutely free 24-hour charity gaming marathon. We can play games for an entire day and helps raise funds for sick and injured kids in the Children's Miracle Network hospital of your choice. This could be in your own backyard or halfway across the globe, depending on where you're located. It's pretty incredible. Every minute, 62 kids will enter a Children's Miracle Network hospital in need of life-saving care. And because of this event and people like you, we are able to make sure that those kids receive the care that they deserve without ever receiving a bill. If you are a gamer or a gaming enthusiast, I cannot recommend enough looking into Extra Life. Pumpkin Jack just shared some info about it there in the chat. You can look down in the bio in the description, you'll find some stuff about it. You can also just do a quick Google search, and you'll find it there too. You can see that there are only 282 days left in the year until game day, which is coming up on November 4th. Exciting. Braden, Lone Wolf, Todd, welcome to stream, friends. I see you with those Phantom points. Speaking of Extra Life, speaking of Phantom points, we do have some Phantom point redemptions here. Vileta, what up, friend? Long time no see. Let me give you a wave. How are you? Happy New Year. We do have some Phantom points redemptions to make good on here. The first of which, Coax redeemed yesterday, and I totally didn't see until after we ended the stream, so missed that. So I gotta do 25 push-ups. But in terms of Extra Life, Braden used their Phantom points to make me donate $1 of my own hard-earned cash charity, and that's what we're gonna do here. Hello, friend. Hope you had a great holiday season. We did, Violeta. Glad to see you back. How are you and how was yours? Hopefully things are going well. Yeah, so tell you what, we're going to start right off the bat with 25 push-ups, and then we'll do these other ones. Let me adjust the camera down here. Boop. There it is. Okay, 25 push-ups. I'm going to crank these out as fast as I can. You guys are obviously welcome to do the same with me at home here. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. One more for the kids. Wow. 26. Right. Look at those feet. Babu TV, long time no see, friendo. How are you doing? Let me give you a wave here too, friend. How are you? Okay, I'm gonna mark those 25 push-ups as complete. Braden used their friend points to make me donate Extra Life. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me slap the cans on. That was an aggressive throw. I'll get my head out of the way. We'll donate to Extra Life, and we'll pick up right where we left off here with Forge. Babu just subscribed. More fate. Babu, You crazy, crazy man. Thank you, thank you. Let me give you a little bit of a shout out here. There it is. You guys, if you haven't seen Babu, you definitely have to check them out. Not only are they a fellow extra lifer, but they are a fellow streamer. They do play all kinds of fun games. Babu, it's been a while since I've seen you on. I'm only in your Discord every day. Oh, yes. Let me get my head out of the way. We'll get some tunes cranking and we'll get right in here, rocking and rolling. Okay, so to donate, I'm gonna pull over a tab or that magical extra life button. There is the good old donation page there. Donate. This is for a Phantom Point redemption. This is for $1. Brandon will give you a drum roll. There it goes. Awesome. That notification should be coming any second. I'm gonna mark those as complete. We have a hydrate in here too. Let me give you a little sip in the chat there. Brandon, thank you for those. I'm gonna mark those as complete as well. Thank you, thank you. Let me catch up with chat here a little bit. I know you're not Tawdry. Sorry. Old habits die hard. 2 years, yep. Orange grippers are showing again. Brandon, you cut my feet, grippers. Yes. Follow edge. I don't think Lone Wolf's follow edge thing worked. Weird. Weird. That deserves a dab. Here, we'll do a dab too. Dabby mode as well. That challenge dried up, but search me on YouTube. Hopefully I can make some more flying videos soon. I'm 90% sure I am already following you, Babu, on YouTube. Followed or subscribed, however YouTube works. 99% sure, because I did see like the posts plural you have made in the past with your flying stuffs, and you know, with the yep, I am subscribed, confirmed, subscribed. Yep, following you on Instagrizzle. I'm not following you on Twitter though. Look at that, you just got yourself a new Twitter follower. Look at that. Brilliant. I'm sorry to hear that the challenge dried up, but you know, there are more important things than playing games, so I get it. What kind of microphone do you use, Mr. Gory? I use a Blue Yeti microphone. There are tons of other microphones on the market. They are all good. And you can play with these settings until the cows come home. You'll see some streamers, they'll have the microphone right here. And like, that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But mine's not. The gory grippers. Setup. That is not a command. I used to have a little thing about my setup on my Twitch panel. My panels. For details about, is it still a thing? Schedule, follow, subscribe, tip, social media, Bitcoin goals. I got rid of it because it was like using Amazon links that were like affiliated, but Amazon's like, we're gonna start doing that. I'm like, well, then I don't need this here. Yes. You use a Fifney A68. I've never heard of that, Braden. You say, Mike, nice. Tawdry, nice. You hear about the NTSB report released yesterday? What is the NTBS report? Oh, the lady sucked into an engine. So I didn't read that article, Babu, but I did hear about that. I guess the person who got sucked into an engine, just before it happened, they're like, hey, you shouldn't be here. There's a chance you get sucked into that engine. And then that happened. Yep. Yeah. No, I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope they're okay. I have seen footage of people being sucked through a jet engine, and they needed medical help, obviously, afterwards, but they lived, from what I understand. Yeah. Whoop. Oh, they're gone? Shame. No, I mean, I've seen people walk away from that, but that is Not typical. That's not typical. All right. So let me get back in the forge here a little bit. So we did get a little bit of a tool here, or something that's going to help us get some more accurate things going. So I wanted to start doing some things on the outside, because for the most part, things on the inside are darn good. I do want to go through and make sure things are almost as identical as possible. Exterior, nature. Desert folder. Fudge, didn't mean to do that. We're leaving forge. I made an oopsie. Oh, I've seen those microphones. Those are cute. USB microphone, that's really all I need. It comes with a pop filter, which is good. Comes with a little tripod. Looks good. My favorite boomer, Tuesday. What's up, friendo? I saw you, like, you were one of the first people in the chat here today. How did your whole gameplay go? How'd your stream go Tuesday? I had you up the entire day, and I couldn't hear anything you were saying because I'm, like, focused on work, right? But if I did see my entire screen filled with the letters, "You died," it was really hard to miss. I've never played Dark Souls because that game looks way too intense for me. You look like you've played it a million times. You were just like running naked with a club, just taking on boss fights, taking shortcuts. I was watching you jump off of roofs onto other roofs, and then like, oh hey look, checkpoint. Like, you look like you've been cruising. So how many times have you beaten Dark Souls? That was insane. You should have worn that reflective. Yeah, the high visibility. Yep. PT, personal. Is it physical training or personal training? I think it's physical training. Wow, so what you're seeing right now in the background is the mystery box blowing up. What happens if I hit F6? Sweet, I got a sword. So yeah, that's a thing. Are you watching The Last of Us? I'm not, Babu. I've heard good things. I've never even played the game, so I've never played The Last of Us, but it looks pretty sweet. And I've wanted to play the games, and I've heard nothing but good things about the show. I'm assuming if you're asking, you're watching, Babu? The club, I'm doing a club run in Dark Souls 3. I did see that Tuesday. I did see that you're doing a club run in Dark Souls 3. So set as working folder. That's what I wanted. You never played either? Ah, I see. Played Bloodborne? I don't know. You've beaten Dark Souls 3 2 times. Recently playing it, I have over 1,000 hours in Bloodborne. Tuesday. That's insane. That's so many hours. Platinum both games. That's some serious dedication too, to just keep playing that over and over without just totally giving up. Insane. Okay. Well, I did want to work on the exterior, because if I can get the exterior a little more fleshed out, this map is going to start looking a lot better. And then also it's going to help Coax, who's been helping me on this map, to do some more stuff. And they don't... Yeah. Like 600 in Elden Rings. Dark Souls 1 is boring, so I haven't beaten it yet. You lost interest in Dark Souls 1? That's funny. My hardest platinum was God of War. Why would... I feel like that would be a pretty easy one to platinum. Okay. So let me get the lay of the land here a little bit. So, here. Boss fights and collectibles. I've never played God of War, so I couldn't tell you what the boss fights are like, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we do have a... We got this brick up. How are we flying? Oh! I broke the game. I broke the game. I got outside the map. I broke the game. Some type of a weird glitch. Okay, so I do have the lip that goes around, and we do have some terrain. And for the most part, this is pretty flat. Which is fine. Yep. I blame Rachel. It's all Rachel's fault. Okay, so I guess how much of a lip do we got here? It's a pretty tiny lip for the most part. There's a lot of debris and stuff out here. Okay. Mrs. Gory's good. She's we just got done eating dinner and watching some of The Office. She just took a little shower, and she'll be hanging out here for a while. Oh, there is a hard lip here. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, I don't know how easily I could replicate that. Oh my god. Thank you for asking, though, Brayden. What do you have? So, we take turns cooking dinner. She actually just cooked a whole bunch of, it was like she used venison that she got from work, and she made like a venison stew, like peas and carrots and corn, like a nice beef broth. It was good. It was super good. You're so into the little Gory's reveal? I wouldn't hold your breath, friend. I would not hold your breath. Okay, so what's it looking like on this other side here? I mean, there's like some stuff down here. Good warming meal for this cold winter. Honestly, like, that's exactly what I thought. And she even made, like, she got like a baguette and like toasted it up so we could like have dipping stuff for the broth. It was super good. It was super good. Okay, so I don't think we need this giant block under the map. So I think we could do everything else with terrain stuff. That's what I'm gonna do here. There was onion in it. There was onion in it. So wait for the engagement reveal. You guys are funny. Medium's over here. Okay, so let me add some environments. Structures, blockers, biomes. Rock, desert, stump, terrain. Bank full? I don't think we'll necessarily need a bank yet. That's a big bank. Not that one. Ooh, posture check. Thank you for that. Make sure you guys are all at home sitting up straight. Thank you, thank you. Bank half. That is... Yeah, we don't need a bank. Let's skip the banks. Ramp, hill, corner, slopes, transitions, sphere, rugged. I don't know if I would consider this rugged. And then we have trenches. Green rugged TI. What does TI stand for? You took a nap and got home. But how are you actually flying? Some type of a weird glitch, Tawdry. Can I scale this down? Okay, so this can be scaled down. Okay. You're actually helping your posture by doing super squats to set planks? Heck yeah, Lone Wolf. I'm now coax. Not sure if that's how that works. Aiming high, Brayden. Why can I not move this underneath the map? Coex can be a little bit of the grammar police sometimes. Spelling things incorrectly or using the wrong words is a sin. Okay, well, this piece is being stupid, so I'm going to delete it. I'm not sure we need this or these. You can always add them back later. Okay. It doesn't look like there are mountains around us. So that's fine. There are some mountains off in this distance, but tell you what, let's focus on what we can see. And there's definitely a slope. 4 months subscribed now. Yay! Get it, get it. There's a slope that goes from the ground to about that second floor. So tell you what, let's see if we can get some of that going. We've already got that up. Hey, Gore, how do you feel about the Bioshock games? I played Bioshock 1 and 2 for like a heartbeat. They were fine. I played Bioshock Infinite almost all the way through, and it is... I wasn't ready for how amazing that game was. It's just a great game. I would definitely recommend Bioshock Infinite. In terms of 1 and 2, I know like they're highly regarded, but I didn't like fall in love, I think, like everybody else did. Lasso? You guys are insane. I mean, how far does this pedestal go? Ever played the Dishonored games? I did play Dishonored for all of 15 minutes. It seemed like a lot of fun. Like the magic powers seemed cool. It seemed pretty neat. You actually really like Bioshock 1 too? Good, Brayden, good. Glad to hear that. Huh. Okay, so we got a good slope here. And a good slope there. What I'm trying to get going. Only 2 frames per second. Yeah, that frame rate's not real happy with its life right now. Dishonored only got made because Time Splinter's crew had a mishap and couldn't complete Time Splinters 3. I did not know that. I did enjoy the Time Splinter series. I really only played the one. I think it was Time Splinters 3. And I thought it was super fun. Like, they even had like a little Forge editor too, which was perfect. This ground connects, right? Yeah, this ground all perfectly connects. Okay. When does it stop being itself? Kinda over here. Okay. I could do that. One day we get to remake Bully. That's another tall tale, Brayden. Or wishful thinking. Rockstar can't even let go of GTA 5, and they got separate teams for all that stuff. So for them to even consider remaking an old game when they could Make a new one? That is potentially wishful thinking, friend. Am I in the right area? Okay. So I don't want this round to come underneath. Actually, maybe I do, and I'll just fill the gap with slopes. It's getting to you. Without like turning my noise gate up really crazy, there's nothing I can really do. I'd love to have my computer in another room so that the fan isn't being heard, but wouldn't do. Music's gonna put you to sleep. That's the plan the whole time. Lullaby time with gory details. Okay. I know what we'll do. Think your tinnitus covers up background noise? Oof. Can we get an F in chat for tinnitus? That's all kinds of not a fun time. Let's set this to 80. And 5 is fine. Evan chat, there it is. Lurk away, Braden, lurk away. Okay, as long as this isn't poking through the building, that's all I care about. Good. Okay, save. This is at 5:17:25. We'll put this at 5:17:25. 5:17:25. There we go. Scoliosis, whatever, my back is killing me right now. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hopefully your back's okay. That's a bad time. It's a bad time, Tawdry. There we go. Let me scoot this over here. Bring the width down. And I am no longer able to move things. Good thing we saved, because it's time to quit Forge. Gotta shut it down. Put a pillow over its head. Spelling hurts. I think having a bad back hurts too, but that's just me. Relaunching. So like right now, because I wasn't running Halo Infinite, my computer's like, I could breathe right now, and it got quiet. So I'm sure that humming noise you were hearing probably went away a little bit. But when I'm streaming and running a game, it's like, okay, I got two things to think about now. I can hear it ramping up right now, like. Yep. Lotion on my arm, and sometimes it makes me break out a little bit. Drives me crazy. Yeah, my fan's really kicking in high gear now. I can hear it. Son of a bulldog. What are you gonna do? At the rate of my tab collection and liver's expense, I think I'm gonna need to move up to filling a 5-gallon jug. That's that's so funny. You rang? No, it's so funny you say that, Lone Wolf, because when my family was in town from out of state, they gave me their daughter's empty formula tin, which is like a cardboard tin, like the plastic lid. So I literally just cut a little slit in the top of that, and that's what we've been collecting. So literally the baby who we're helping donate these to is also the source of where I'm keeping my collector. Okay, cool. So we got this, or we were in the process of kind of trying to scoot this over. There we go. Cool. So we do need a sort of ramp over here. It's almost just like there's just one at like a 45-degree angle and then maybe another one. So let's try doing that. Oh my god. I am afraid if I have this too thick, it'll poke through the wall, and I don't want that. Oh god, and this stuff doesn't need to go into the building as far as it does. Oops. There we go. Okay, so does that poke through the wall? It sure do, but from in here, I can kind of adjust it. Ready? And now it's not an issue. Okay, so that's gonna be about as close as we can get. Let's just duplicate this guy. Then we'll turn this one 90 degrees. Technically negative 90. Is poking through the wall? Not yet. Now it is. So now let's get it out there. Cool. So don't love that. There is a thing here called bend, right? Biomes. Terrain. Bank. We want to just bank around. No. Bank half? Okay, so bank is basically just a hill, which is what I'm using. Wait, ramp corner? Ramp core interior, ramp core exterior. I'm not sure that'll really help us. Ramp transition. Slope helper. We definitely don't want like a 60 degree. What have we been using? A slope helper 20 degrees. It's that thing we already grabbed. I'll put something here to blend that. What do we got here? Helper. Don't need a sphere. Don't need flat. Ramp transition might be able to help. What does TI stand for? Terrain map transition. Terrain material inherited from canvas. Okay. Oh, I understand. So if you're in the desert map, I understand. And we could probably change this to dirt, hopefully. Nope. We can change this one. Okay, so this is the kind of thing we want here. Oh my gosh, I just realized the scale of this. it's a big boy. Just for fun, can I tell when the ground does even start to go up here? It starts to go up about 5 feet in. Yep. I'm just gonna make this a clear 180. It'll be easier to blend this way, I think. Did you see the turkey punching simulator earlier? I did Tuesday. I couldn't tell if that was a video. I don't know, like, cause it had like some Doom UI, but I couldn't tell if that was like a video of like another like streamer. I don't know if that was like a mini game inside of a game you're playing. I hope you aren't playing that, cause that could have just been a macro. You could have just written like a program that says, oh yeah, just click this punch button every minute. You know? Like, you didn't have to act, or every second. You didn't have to actively be playing it. If that makes any sense. And if you were actively clicking all that, then that's a lot. That's a lot, buddy. It's a lot. You even changed the title of your stream to, like, I would gladly let someone punch me and then buy them flowers. That was me. I was cooking, typing in chat, and playing Doom. I didn't realize Doom had a turkey punching simulator within it. That's something else. That is something else. I did see you say that in your chat that you were multitasking, that you were in fact cooking and doing other stuff. Now this is looking quite good. It's not going to be identical to the terrain on Nacht, but it is going to be walkable, I'll tell you that. I just wanted spaghetti, and I remember seeing someone who uploaded 11 hours of that Doom. Okay, so that it did look like a video. I'm like, what in the actual heck is going on over here? Shoot, what's supposed to be right here? Did this floor accidentally move? No. I don't think the floor moved. There'd be a gap. Yep. Okay, we're gonna scoot this guy. Oh, that is what happened. This guy got moved. He got scooched. I barely stay still playing Dark Souls 3, so no way I'm sitting there for 11 hours. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm surprised you even stayed there at all. Are you running a macro? Like, this game requires no input from you, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, now I am confusion, because these floors line up, but why do they not line up on the outside? I can't raise this one. Is this pillar too high? It's just a silly video, I understand. Well, here, what's the height of this? 50250. What's the height of you? 50236. That's a really arbitrary number. But it looks right. 50525. Okay, hold on. Hold on. 50250. 50250. 50250. Not 50250. 50250. I'm gonna save before I do anything, because in case this breaks everything. 50250. Something is wrong. We got a box under the floor. Well, I just found some free real estate for us. I said 50250 and put them all at 500. 50250. Fine, we'll move it up manually ourselves. 50255. No, not quite. 50. 50250. There we go. How does this look? Yeah, like, why? I just told them all to go the same height. 50250. I'm just gonna exit. There's something wrong, and I don't want to try figuring out what it is, because Forge does this really weird thing where it gives you the coordinates on your screen, right? It shows the coordinates at the bottom of the screen, and they'll be different from the coordinates inside the menu. So it's like, which one is right? I don't understand it. It drives me crazy. Let's launch it up anyway. We're fixing it. Okay, it's going. It's going. That was weird. I've never seen that message before. I have no idea what that's about. Okay. Let me take a quick run around and look at these floors. I know this is a hard seam. And the wires are going through it for some reason. Maybe the wires are just rotated funny. Okay. This all looks fine. So why would these guys misalign? I don't know. Oh, these floors are different heights. Like, look at this pillar, this base. Yep, this floor is too high. $502.36. $502.50. I think the $502.50 is correct. $502.50, $502.50. Yep, so this one's too high. I can see the seam on it now. So, $502.50. And it just put it at 500. You see what I'm talking about? Like, I literally just typed in 502.50 vertical, and it put in vertical of 502. Or 500 flat. 502.50. $502.25. Why? So this one's at 502.50. This was at 502.32. Why? Why would they look level now though? So there's that. There's a tiny fucking gap now. I'm gonna drive myself crazy. So that's perfectly fine. 505.25. 505.25. Okay. Center of mass, great. 502. 50. That is too low. But now that, do it. Let me just set them all to 500. $502.50. $51. $50. There's still that discrepancy where this pillar is different than this pillar. Like if I scoot this guy up, yeah, there's a gap side difference in the floor, and this one's up too high. Is this one down too low? Nope. Okay, so for some reason they're just at different heights. I don't know why. I don't know why that's a thing. Is there gonna be a gap in this floor now? I mean, it lines up outside now, which is how I even noticed this issue. Stupid. Alright, I'm gonna save and I'm gonna fix some stuff. We've been streaming for a full hour here, friends. I'm gonna run a quick miracle story. I'm gonna refill my water, and we're gonna talk to you a little bit about Extra Life. Don't go anywhere. We have a great extra stream for you. Stick around. We'll be right back.
When he was born, they had to airlift him to the IWK. I found out that they didn't think he was even going to make the flight, and they then identified that he probably had what's called spondyloepiphyseal dysplasia congenita. When I got to the IWK, I stayed right beside him the whole time, and you start thinking about all the little things you're going to miss. The thought of never being able to hold his hand and walk across the street, never taking him to the duck pond, never taking him the first day of school. We brought in a cake and gave all the nurses cake and brought presents every month. And I said I was going to celebrate every month that I had him.
How could this guy that was so sick have come up to be such a vital, active, bright young guy? Spencer was in the neonatal unit at the hospital when I first saw him, and they'd asked me to see him about a cleft of his palate, which had been a minor problem that they'd noticed compared to some of the problems that Spencer had.
Spencer's condition is a rather complex one. He has a congenital, he was born with a condition where his long bones aren't growing. The type of dwarfism he has is associated with some instability of his neck, that his neck can move back and forth further. The treatment for this requires a surgical intervention, and neurosurgeons are typically the prime movers in this case, and the orthopedic surgeon take bone and support the area, so you basically fuse or stiffen that upper area of the spine. You used to like stickers, didn't you? Huh? Do you want some for old time's sake? Or are you too big now?
No, sure.
Oh, okay, good.
For old time's sake.
For old time's sake, excellent.
Hey, Spencer! Hey! Oh, did you miss in class? I missed in class. That's boys,
I treat
treat him just like a normal friend, and he treats me like a normal one. It's really great. There's some perks to it, you know, like the elevator and stuff.
All right, so we haven't got any more.
I've got a buddy over here. He's a good friend of all of our Spencer McKay, right? Hey, Spencer. But this is what's new with Spencer. Let's show everybody at home there. That is what's new with Spencer. Look at that. Holy Hannah.
You always want to provide excellent care for children like Spencer. They've already been through so much. If you read over his history and you know what he's been through, in his case, we did have to take him to the operating room a few times to do treatment for him.
You've got neurosurgery, but then that would knock off one. We've got 6 doctor's appointments next week.
Wow, that's a busy day. It's a privilege for me, and it's an inspiration for me to meet these families who just can go through everything they've gone through and still be smiling and positive and happy at the end of the day. In the Maritimes, we are the regional center, and we have all the specialists here.
It hasn't always been the IWK. Initially, it was the Halifax Children's Hospital when it was first opened. And it's been the only pediatric hospital east of Montreal in Canada since forever.
Before I had a sick child, I didn't realize the importance of a hospital for kids. It doesn't hit home to you until you've actually had a child who's had to stay there. Spencer was in there for almost 2 years, and I lived in that hospital, and I became family. I became, just a part of the fixture. I certainly would love to say, without a doubt, that I appreciate from my total heart the IWK and the Children's Miracle Network.
Alright gang, we are back. What you just saw was a miracle story. Here's a very good example. While the funds raised here go directly towards helping the kids in need, Children's Miracle Network hospitals, like the one you just saw, that champion in that story. We're currently playing games, healing kids here with kids in Halo Infinite. I just noticed a mistake on this first room, but I'm going through trying to fix it. And then I'm going to go back to fixing stuff outside. Let me get my head out of the way. We'll play some more tunes and get rocking and rolling here. He's got second place. Well done, Brain. I'm assuming that was in... Not PUBG. You're playing a Battle Royale. I can't remember which one. Apex? I can't remember. You got some places in your job online training. Well done, Tawdry. Hopefully that comes with like a little bit of a pay perk of some kind, like a little raise. Like, hey, I did something good. Reward me. Okay, that's lowered. I didn't get away with just lowering this. I wish, but no. Boo. Stingy. They're being stingy. Sorry to hear that, Tawdry. Maybe next time. Yeah, I think I got that one. Okay. That should be the rest for this wall. Cool. Everything should actually be touching the ground now. Let me check this wall out. This wall is floating too. And stuff on the shelf is too. Cleanly, what's up, friendo? Let me give you a wave. Happy Wharf Wednesday. How are you doing this evening? Glad you're able to join us for Halo Night the other day. These guys floating too, or are these guys actually on the ground? Those guys are actually on the ground. Am I high? This one's fine. It's just this pillar that was up too high. Right? Maybe this one's fine? Now I can see light through it. Is this floor too low again? I don't know. I'm going crazy. Oh, what? We're gonna scooch it down anyway. Calling that a day. Go back to the exterior. You have no school tomorrow? Woohoo! I said that's call for celebration. Is there something special going on at school, Cleanly, or are they just calling that for like a snow day? Okay, back to outside. We got a nice ramp going here. Snow. Yeah, we got a bunch of really thick, heavy, wet crap today, and it's 100% just gonna turn to ice tonight. So, yeah, them shutting things down was a solid call. It is gonna be no fun for anybody here very soon. Okay, so we got this ramp going. Let me take a quick look at what other stuff we can add here. You have school for the rest of the week? Oh, man. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a 4-day weekend. Good for you. So we got this ramp, and then we'll have some rocks coming out of it, forming a natural lip here. Can't tell if that black and white view is helpful or not. Those stairs right there? No. But it is kind of leveled off up here. Yeah, it kind of creates like a little lagoon up here. That's interesting. Okay. You have school the rest of the week? Oh, wait, that's not good. So terrain, flat. What is this one? Is this terrain flat with a T? Okay. Ramp. What the heck is this guy doing out here? Oh. It's just broken. No big deal. So what was the height of these guys here? These guys are set to 51712. So we will set this one to 51725. Come on, 25, please. I just saw it. Got it. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna make this really long, and we're just gonna kind of do a quick pass around this whole lip area, because it looks like it would, in theory, extend at least to this side. Yeah. Okay. Five 1712. Oh, Todger, you rat. Todger just used their Fanta points to make me donate a dollar to Extra Life. That's exactly what I'm going to do here real quick. I'm going to press on a magical Extra Life button. Now I see you later. You taking off, buddy? Oh, I just read that. I'll be out. I'll see you later. Todger, thank you so much for tuning in, friend. Let me give you a wave goodbye. Have yourself a good evening. The Phantom Point Redemption for $1. Let me give you a drum roll. There it goes. Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Tawdry. Have yourself a good evening. There's that notification. There it is. And there's that other notification. Thank you so much for those. Let me go ahead and hide that behind me. Mark is complete. Cool. Okay. We're gonna pretend that comes pretty much right to... Yeah, right over here. Cool, everything's at 5:17:25 now. Good. So that's already looking not great. It is definitely kind of like a home plate shape. And it does come a good bit off to the right here. Okay, so comparing the two, actually, hold on. So this need to come this way. Okay, and this needs to come in. This one needs to come in. This one needs to come in. Okay, this is looking better already. Hashtag actually streamer. Exactly. Okay. That negative doesn't totally help me a bunch, but... Oh, I did not mean to spin like that. Oh god, stop spinning. So if I was to center myself... Here. Pretty centered to the building, I think. Pretty close. Okay. I did it again. There. Look down and pause. It's almost a circle. I need to bring you here. You three up. Nope. That's looking better. And we'll have like, there'll be like the road here. Yeah, that's looking better. Okay. Let me fly to the other side here real quick and take a look how we can transition from here. So it's like another road, kind of. Okay. So it's like just a curve, or like a bank, that starts almost at the bottom of the stairs. Okay. We can make that happen. I mean, when does it get to its full height, though? Like the full elevation. Pretty much. I mean, it's not perfect, but... Okay. I just realized there's like a structure over here. That's cool. Base for the satellite tower. That makes sense. Okay. Tell you what. That seemed too close. There we go. Now I'll be able to tell if it's inside the building. And it is. Okay. Let's scoot it out a little bit. Better. Better. Brayden, thank you for that raid, buddy. Ooh, I just realized we are officially running into my template stuff here. Might as well move that stuff into space, really, into orbit. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. I'm not... Do we even need these? But they're in orbit now. I feel like this is like a much harder lip. I don't think this is gonna work because it's too mounded, right? I think we are going to kind of steal something like this here. Go. Was streaming Fortnite for Extra Life? Oh, I understand now. That's awesome. I knew you were doing some type of a battle royale. I just couldn't remember what. These all need to come down like half of a foot. Brilliant, and it's still too high. In fact, it's worse now. It's at 519. Even though I told it 517. Let's make it 517 flat, no decimals. Still too high. Okay. Save right there. Okay, so about how far out before this bend starts? Not very far at all, actually. I would argue that the bend starts right about here. Okay. Actually, this part isn't necessary. We need some type of other terrain here. Needs to be kind of thicker. On a box here. Transition. Got second place? Well done, Brandon. Well done. I don't like how, like, smooth that is. I need something... Fill some space. I mean, can I flip this upside down and use the bottom? Alright, Pumpkin Jack wants us to exercise our wrist real quick. You guys can join me if you would like. Where is the exercise? There it is. I mean, they just posted it. Fist open, palm open, tip of claw, half fist, fist. Fist open, palm open, tip of claw, half fist, fist. There we go. Okay, can I make this taller? And it's just pure concrete. That's fine. I was hoping that maybe it would be able to... This height stuff is going to drive me bonkers. That rotation broke. Fudge. I hate Forge sometimes, you guys. Like, I hit undo, and it's like, you want me to rotate everything? No, I did not want you to do that. I'm afraid they're going to put out an update, and it's going to break everything that we've placed in here. We'll see. We'll see. There's one thing I could do is I could go through and turn all those platforms into like more blocks, so it's literally blocking out the environment. I mean, we're gonna add some way more organic shapes in here at some point. Yeah, things will get better. At least we can hope. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm just gonna make this one thick. Okay, so you... Thickness, 30. We're gonna leave you thin, because zombies are gonna be actually underneath you. Thickness, 30. Thickness, 30. Okay. Hold on, I can make these all relatively uniform. Oh, I can't scale all their dimensions at the same time. Go. No, not 4,000. 400's fine. Okay. Okay, let me save that real quick. Yeah. We sure do have walkable terrain now. So in theory, if a zombie did spawn down here, they could walk up and come into these other windows, which is literally the point. Okay, cool. $534. $534. 34. I can't trust this game. Drives me insane. Okay. That's better. Okay. We're going inside the building. The tiniest little bit. Okay, and that reminds me, we got a box under here I can delete. Hooray, we got some budget back. Yay! Hey, oh, coax. Welcome to the stream, friendo. 5 more push-ups. I did the ones that you put in last night, at the beginning of the stream, and these ones are a brand new day, so thanks, friend. Again. Let me go to the full screen for this one. Hold on. Here we go. 25 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more for the kids. Wow. 26. Gory's grippers again. Yes. There we go. Coax, thank you so much for those fancy points, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and mark this as complete and get my head out of the way. Ah. Done. Done. Okay, so we got a bank here. Let's take these guys. I do have the blockers and your nature. It says working folder. Got it. We haven't needed this guy yet, but I'm sure we will. Ignore the floating gun here. That is part of this mystery box, which... There's that. Vileta with the hydrate. Thank you, Vileta. I appreciate you. Let me drop you some sip emotes. Cheers. Appreciate you. Bank. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff can be used to beautify this area. I'm just trying to block it in right now. Let's literally take you. Doing you. Actually, we'll start with the center one. You. Doing you. And we'll duplicate you. We'll scoot you over here. Why aren't you moving? It's hitting something it doesn't like. There. Now you're well above the base and should be hitting anything. Okay. I'm just gonna put you guys over here. Okay, so there's something wrong with Halo Infinite. So as I'm rotating this, these values should be changing, right? And I'm rotating it and they're staying the same. I want this to be at, let's just start with 0, 0 and go from there. 0, 0, 0. Cool. I just changed its values. The rotation is not being affected. I'm gonna save and quit. I don't like it when Forge fights me and it's fighting me. And that was by world. That wasn't by object. And even then, doesn't matter what the pivot point is, doesn't matter what the orientation type the gizmo is set to. When you rotate or move or scale something, those values at the bottom should change to reflect them, and they're not working. Will drive me a little crazy. Only a little crazy. Come on. Come on. Yep, ignore the floating gun. Okay, so I have this selected. I'm going to rotate it. There's something wrong with this game, you guys. It thinks that the positioning is at 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Right, 0, 0, 0. It thinks its rotation at 0, 0, 0. It thinks it's scaled at 0, 0, 0. Wow, more floating guns. I'm just gonna delete these. Okay. That's about fair. What does this ground look like around here? The ground's got some rocks. Got some beat up bits. It's got some paths. I think if we place some stuff out here, we could get some good results. Grass, okay. I mean, we'll definitely want to add some foliage later. Dead trees, some more rocks. Okay. This is too flat. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with the right folder selected, external nature. Those working folders. Terrain. Flat, too flat. Rugged. Okay, so this is cool, but obviously too extreme. We'll flatten it a bit. What's terrain? Trench terrain. Oh. Well, we don't want that. Now this will give the appearance that there's like hills and stuff. Yes, and it'll make it more than just weird grass. We can have some grass pop through. Yeah, this has got already much more character. Makes it look more muddy and swampy and stuff. So what do I currently have the elevation set to? 3? Let's at least set it to like 10. Still too flat. Double it. 20. That's looking a little bit better. It's obviously too high in some spots. Wow, dude, this already feels so much more like Call of Duty. I don't know if this will work, but let's go for 40. 30, split the difference. 30 feels like a bit much. Let's go back to 20. But let's do 25. That actually isn't bad. And like we got grass right there. I mean, we can always add grass, more grass later. Let me... How much grass is over here underneath these stairs? There is... it's almost all dirt. I mean, there is grass, but okay. I mean, it's pretty hilly here. This is all terrain. How does it feel in Halo Infinite when you're on the ground? Let me scoot this into that corner some more. It's a little more lifeless, or a little more lifeless than I would like. I mean, it's definitely got some character. What if I brought the scale down? Like on the dimensions, the sizes, the sides, I mean. Something like that. And we can pump up the depth some more. Let's do 30. Okay. And then we'll push some of it into the ground because it's overlapping parts of our map here. Actually, I could even tilt this too. Here, let me just put the rotation to 0, 0, 0. Okay. Okay, let me see now. Okay, obviously there wasn't this huge mound in the middle, but this definitely doesn't look perfectly flat. I like this, actually. We're gonna say that's good enough for government work, and then we've got more of this stuff on the other side, so we'll do one of these. It must be running into something over here that it doesn't like. Yeah, it won't let me bring it up. You guys. Is that a prefab? A little generator. Phased? Huh. Oh, our cinder blocks out here. How stinking cute. Okay. We can fight with that later. We at least have something there. How does it look over here? I'm sure it needs that too. Not enough physical space? Fine, we'll duplicate this one. Not enough physical space. Then we'll place a new one. You jerks. I'm a little bummed that even though I picked a swamp map, none of the water that around us is gonna be like visible, but there's gonna be so much fog and smoke and, you know, zombies trying to kill you, it's not gonna matter. Okay. That is kind of dynamic. I dig it. So if you're inside, you can look around and be amazed. It sure is ground out there. Okay. I mean, it's got a long way to go, but it's coming. And we do have ground out here now, which is awesome. That's very cool. Yep. And eventually we'll get this ramp down. Come down this slope. I already know this is too long. Tell you what, I'm going to reduce its length to... Don't do that. Shoot. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bank. Bank with rocks. Okay, so yeah, we could make something work. Yeah, we can make something work. It's not going to be perfect, but no one's going to be spending a lot of time out here. Let me place a bank. Bank curved. Ramp corner. Exterior. Yeah, the values aren't changing on the UI, which is annoying. Rotation, yep, it says 0, 0, 0. That is not true. We'll have to fight with it. Yeah, that's horrible. Fudge me. Ah! Yep, we're just taking shots in the dark here. Get on the boat, the banana boat. Oh, is Forge like just not letting me move stuff again now? Cool. Cool. Well, it's about that time anyway. It's fine. All right, gang. What we're gonna do now? Yep, it's time anyway. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna hop off and we're gonna find someone to raid together. We're gonna conclude our broadcast here and turn our party into their party there. But that is gonna be it here for me this evening, and that'll conclude our broadcast for our Werewolf Wednesday stream. We will be back tomorrow for our Thriller Thursday stream. Picking up where we left off here in Forge. Ooh, Robert the Knight. Let me make sure they're still streaming, Tawdry. But yeah, we will have a sponsored stream tomorrow. It says the second of our 2 sponsored streams this week by HelloFresh. So yeah, don't miss it, especially if you want a great deal on some free food. Let me get my giant head out of the way here and we'll get right into the raid.
The lesson I want you to learn is it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be tall or short, or fat or thin, or ugly, or handsome, like your father. You can be black or yellow or white. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the size of your heart and the strength of your character.
All right, gang. Tawdry used their phantom points to make us choose our next raid victim. And so we're going to go ahead and drop a raid over on Robert the Knight, who looks like they have a companion with them this evening. Pawsworthy. I'm not familiar with Pawsworthy. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, we're going to go show them some love. They are a VTuber who's currently playing the Dark Pictures anthology, Man of Medan. I'm not familiar with that game, but we're about to find out. Pumpkin Jack just put some info in the chat for us to copy and paste from our chat here over into our friend's stream there. But yeah, that's going to be it for me here this evening. Thank you all so much for the love and support. We'll see you tomorrow. As always, there has never been anyone like you. There is no one like you, and there'll never be anyone like you. Love yourselves. I love each other. I love you. We will see you all next time. Stay spooky. And if you excuse me, I got to get back to my coffin. Have yourselves a good evening.